just a month ago or so, I had been laid off from my job, was seeking out new employment, chasing every freelance job I could get, creating videos for this channel as well as shooting stock. So I was making my own work, but I was looking for new work to be done. And at some point I was kind of thinking, man, something's got to start kicking in here pretty soon. And no sooner did I say that and the floodgates opened. First off, I got a part-time job at a camera store, which my thinking behind getting that was I need to get something that's a little bit steady. Plus, I also thought if I had this little part-time job, it would supplement the freelance things that I was trying to do, which I'm still thinking is going to be a great thing. Plus, the people that I'm meeting in this store is fascinating, which I think could benefit this channel because I've got some ideas with some of these customers that come in and some of the photography that they do. I want to maybe talk to them about that. So that's a good thing. But at the same time I started that job, the freelance jobs have just gone berserk. Yesterday was my first day off in 13 days. I worked 13 days in a row. Yesterday I had a day off because I didn't actually have a photo shoot, but I sat at that computer over there and did a whole bunch of catch-up stuff, so I actually was working. And then today is Friday, my second day in a row off. I am in the studio doing a photo shoot and making this video. This photo shoot's going to be super cool. And then tomorrow I'm shooting a wedding in North Carolina, and then Mother's Day on Sunday. That day I'm going to completely take off for the sake of my wife. Now, just a couple videos ago, I did a photo shoot of some floating objects that was my concept from inspired by another thing at a grocery store. Those images turned out so well that I approached somebody that I know here in town. Garen is the girl that cuts my hair. She's amazing. She has a new shop that she opened just in the last year or so. And I got to thinking, wouldn't it be neat to do a floating product shot for Garen's shop? I approached her with the idea. She thought it was great. So I went over there yesterday and got a bunch of products and some different props and stuff. And we're going to try to do a shot for her that mimics those floating shots. Yeah. Now, let me say this about shooting for different clients and, getting clients and, that's all super cool to do, the advertising, branding for different companies and different, products and so on. It's all cool to get those, but I am a big proponent of not being the free guy. Now, in this case, I am being the free guy, but I have kind of a disclaimer when it comes to doing things for free or for exposure, If somebody approaches you as a photographer and says, hey, can you do this job for me? I can't pay you, but it'll be great exposure. That should be a red flag for you, and I would suggest not doing it. If you, however, approach somebody and say, hey, I've got an idea, that to me is different. You're coming up with the concept, you've got a reason for doing it, and therefore, there's a benefit to you to do it other than financial. If somebody else comes along and says, will you do it for free? I usually would kind of think no to that, unless it was just this phenomenal opportunity, or maybe you're just starting out and you need some experience. Maybe there's some reasons why you would do it if somebody approaches you, but I would think probably 9 times out of 10, if somebody approaches you to do something for free, I would say no. If they promise you, we'll put your name on everything, there'll be great exposure, very rarely, if ever, do you get anything from that exposure. I mean, it's not like you're going to get jobs from it, probably. And, forevermore, they'll think you'll do it for free. So let me pull out some of these items that I got from Garen yesterday, and let's see what we're going to do. Now, I would like to not shoot everyone individually. I've got a bar that I'm going to hang, and I want to try to hang some things this time. I don't know, they're heavy, so it may not work. We may do the individually shot things just like we did last time. But of course, it's product. She runs a hair salon. She did give me a brush. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. This is some kind of thing. The chrome might be a little crazy to photograph, but this is kind of a neat item. It should photograph well. The color should pop. That's a neat one. Again, a chrome lid, so we'll have some lighting issues. A lot of purple. She gave me some hair clips. Maybe float one of those. That might be cool. And then a little smaller bottle that's clear, which I think will break some things up. I grabbed a couple of her business cards. I don't know if I'll maybe float a business card in there or not. She didn't have any extra scissors to give me, but I happen to have a pair of scissors. I don't know that these are really professional grade hair cutting scissors, but they got the little thing, so they are for cutting hair. And so we'll probably float that in as well. The name of her salon is The Greenhouse. She's got plants all over the place, so we may float a little plant in there too, which would just kind of be small and subtle and just kind of prop it and bring the whole thing together. But I'm excited for this. This should be cool. So I'm going to get started. I'll show you guys how I did it. It'll be very similar to what we did a couple videos ago, and the end result is going to be awesome. Let me show you guys what I have so far. I've got this main item. It's just propped up. I've got two things hanging from fishing line. This guy has got, let's see if I can show it very well. I've got like a wooden skewer kind of holding it in place. Taped to the back. And then this guy right here, he's just hanging, and every once in a while he'll turn and he'll be in the right spot, which is right about there. Okay, I think this is a great start. However, the distance between the things hanging and the thing that's on the surface, I think is just too darn far. So it's going to be a matter of tweaking how far those things are hanging and getting things right. If you noticed, I put a big white fill card there because when it comes to product photography, what you reflect in the surface of things is more a way to look at it than the light you're shining on it. So this big white card over here creates this highlight right here. And so look at where I'm at here, you guys. I did switch that purple bottle, the shiny one over there. I wasn't loving that. Okay, the salon is called The Greenhouse, so I've added a couple little succulent things. The neat thing is the one at the bottom is hiding the thing that props up the jar that's on the bottom. The one in the back is kind of rigged in a way. I may have to, I'm struggling to get it to sit just right, so I may have to do a little Photoshop to hide that little bit of blue that's pointing out. The two things that are hanging, that clear one is almost perfectly just settled down where I need it. So let me show you the shot. There's what I'm seeing through the camera. And let's get this exposure right there. That's looking pretty darn close. Of course, we'll take out that wood skewer that's keeping that one stabilized. We'll take that out in Photoshop. Fix the little tiny bit of blue that is peeking out, and probably shoot two more things. The scissors and maybe that hair clip. We'll put those things in, and I think we're well on our way. This is going to be great. Okay, I got the last piece in there, and that is the scissors, and they're definitely need to hit it right about there. Unfortunately, I think they're just a touch too high, so we'll have to bring those down just a bit. Get them sitting in this little section just a touch lower, and then I think we'll be good. Start again with the scissors. Okay, so here's what it's come to. But I'm gonna get this in one shot. I really think I am. I've readjusted the scissors. They're hanging at the right place, and I had tied them in the wrong point on the scissors, so now I've got it in a better place so they hang correctly. But they're kind of hanging over to this side too much. So what I've been doing, and I adjusted this fill card so it reflects in the front of these scissors. If I bounce it just like that, just enough, I go over and take the picture right when it hits there, okay? Which is a little crazy, and I gotta make sure there's no motion, any blur, that the flash duration will stop it. And the tricky part is to get everything swinging at the right place at the right time, but look at this. That I got on about the second or third shot. Man, I think that's about right. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that in the computer, make sure that it looks sharp and pretty everywhere, and I think I might have got it. So this image is pulled up and it's darn near perfect, but all these years I've been doing this, look at this stupid mistake I made. I left my orange clamp right there in the corner. Now, that would be a very easy Photoshop fix to remove that, but look at how the reflection is in the front of this. Again, I could fix that in Photoshop, and I may end up doing that, but that's a dumb, stupid mistake on my part to do that. So I'm going to try to shoot it again a couple more times, see if I can get it a little bit better. I might actually put a mirror and try to light up this side just a little bit more too. So maybe it was a good mistake to make. So stupid, dumb mistake, dumb orange clamp. But in the long run it's going to be just fine. It's a cool shot. I think Garen's going to like it. So now guys, I have an issue that I've never had this before. Can you see that the main light is not going off? There it went off. There it went off. Went off a few times. But see how it didn't go off there? And I don't know if it's just getting too hot, so I've turned it off. I've never had one out of the three lights not go off. So I think what I'm going to do, because I'm sitting there struggling with the scissors anyway, I've corrected the orange clamp problem at the bottom, so I think I might steal the bottom stuff from this one and put it with the other one that everything was hanging just perfect. I'll combine the two images and get myself a final. So after doing the Photoshop work, piecing those two images together and taking the best parts of each one of those and removing the stick that was going in and removing the fishing line, and I think it turned out pretty darn good. And let me see, I'm looking at the camera here. F11, ISO 160, 3 lights, 50 watt seconds coming out of the main light, which would leave 225 coming out of the other two, so there's like 550 watt seconds coming out of the background lights to make the background white. 50 watt seconds coming out of the main light gave me F11. Let me know what you guys think of this shot. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm waiting to hear from Garen. I sent her a screenshot, but I'm thinking she'll like it, and hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully it'll do a little bit of promotion for her salon on some social media posts. And if you guys could let me know what you guys think, I would appreciate that as always. I love the comments. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video and you give me a thumbs down, please tell me why, so I can make some corrections or some adjustments or tell you you're crazy. I don't know. But you guys have a good weekend. I just found out my wedding is 2 hours away, so I got some driving to do tomorrow. I should have probably looked into that before I said yes to it, but That's how it goes. Have a good weekend. Hug your mom. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And I will see you guys next week sometime, hopefully. Bye-bye.